Hello, my name is David DeWitt Taylor. Welcome to Community Corner.
Hello, my name is Aaron Connie Castle.
Hello, everyone. My name is Mr. I. Nicoles Gray.
I'd like to welcome my boss from the Rochester Public Hills Library. Her name is Nicole Bovee, who is the assistant director at the library and also coordinates the volunteer staff, including those with special needs. This month, guys, is actually National Reading Month and Disability Awareness. So please let me introduce you Nicole as our guest today. She's a volunteer weekly at this library, and my boss is a volunteer guide. We welcome Nicole Bovee.
Hey, let's give her a hand.
Okay.
Welcome.
Thank you for having me.
Nicole, thanks for coming. Welcome to our
Nicole,
program.
can you tell us your background from your family?
My background, well, I'm married. I have 4 children, ages 18 down to 10 years old, and I'm currently working at the Rochester Hills Public Library.
Got any parents?
I do. My mother is living. My father is deceased.
Sorry to hear that. My first question is, Nicole, please tell us about the library job title and what you do.
Well, I'm the Assistant Department Head of Circulation. Circulation is where everybody checks out their books and brings their books back. And I help the staff and answer questions that they might have some questions about how to do their job. And I'm also the Community Service Coordinator. And mostly the volunteers that I work with are people that the courts have told them that they need to do some volunteer hours. They've had some sort of infraction, maybe a driver's infraction or something of that nature, and so they tell them, you need to go and volunteer somewhere for 20 hours, 30 hours. They tell them how many hours to do it. And so they call me up and they say, hey, I need to do some volunteering. And so I bring them in and they volunteer in our department.
Thank you.
How long have you worked at the library?
16 years and 3 months.
16 years and 3 months?
Yes, long time.
It's pretty good.
Yeah.
Thank you, Aaron. What led the library to accept volunteers with disabilities?
Well, the Rochester Hills Public Library is an equal opportunity employer, and that goes for volunteers as well. So we have a long history of volunteers with disabilities. As long as I've worked there, we've worked with volunteers with disabilities. So, and we're proud of that.
Thank you.
Please tell us about the department that large print books.
Large print books, those are in our outreach department. And the outreach department mostly deals, I shouldn't say mostly, but they deal with seniors. They have the large print books. We have about 7,000 titles in the large print selection. They also have like low vision aids for people who need help with that. They work with English as a second language. So some people, they speak a foreign language as their main language, but they want to learn English. So we have materials there to help them. They also have materials for caregivers. Maybe somebody has a parent who has Alzheimer's and they need some resources to help take care of that parent, so they have all that type of information in that department.
I am shocked. 7,000 books?
7,000 large print books.
That's a lot.
That's good that they have large print books for people that have trouble seeing.
And that's important because somebody who can't see, who can't read, it's important that they learn to use Braille.
Exactly.
Other forms of
Right.
reading.
That's actually something that we talked about in my speech crafters class.
You did?
Yeah. What does the library provide for National Reading Month?
Well, we don't have anything specifically for National Reading Month. We have programs throughout the year. We like to make sure we have programs year-round. We might have a display, an informative display, that this is National Reading Month, but we don't have any set program for this month. Because we encourage reading all year round.
What does National Reading Month stand for?
Well, it's the month that they promote everybody to get reading. The schools promote it and libraries promote it. They want people to get reading.
Okay. Why?
Thank you, Aaron. Now, Nicole, is there any staff member assigned to stay with the disabled volunteers?
We don't have any set staff members to work with patrons with disabilities. We expect all of our employees to service all of our patrons to the best of their ability. We do have some staff members. We have one librarian in particular who speaks American Sign Language. So there might be an occasion that we have a deaf patron that we need some help communicating with, and if she's in the building, we might call on her. We have different employees that speak different languages, so they might be able to assist it. But we expect all employees to help everybody to the best of their ability.
So you're like trying to see the difference between people with disabilities and abilities?
Well, we don't like to differentiate. We want to help everybody on the
To be
same playing
equal?
field. Exactly. Whether disabilities, whether size, shape, ethnicity, age, everyone is equal at the Rochester Hills Public Library.
What does a person with disabilities do to become a member of the library?
Well, if you want to become an active member of the library, the best thing to do is get a library card. And that's true for anybody. You come in, you get yourself a library card, and the world of possibility is open to you. You can check out any type of materials, you can attend programs that interest you, but the best card that you can carry in your wallet is a library card because it opens up a world of possibilities.
Does the library have any special membership programs to help with fines?
The library has a policy that if somebody has a large amount of fines, that once in having their library card with us, we can cut those fines in half. We don't have any special programs for people with disabilities. You know, depending on the circumstances, we might be able to extend a book a couple of days if someone's having a problem getting the book back to the library on time. But again, we treat people with disabilities as we would any other patron, so we don't have any special categories.
As equals.
Exactly.
As equals, yes, that's important.
Nicole, every time I come to the library sometime, there's people using audiobooks. Well, tell us about these audiobooks.
Well, the audiobooks, we have close to 9,000 titles in
Yikes.
audiobooks alone. And that includes books on CD, books on cassette,
Okay.
and downloadable books. Those are books that you go on the computer and you download that book right onto your computer, so you can read the book right onto your own computer.
Really?
Yep, we have close to
That's
9,000
interesting.
titles.
9,000
Fiction and
titles?
nonfiction, yep, both.
Yeah,
fiction.
that's-
It's a lot.
That's way more than I have in my house.
That is interesting. I've never heard of downloadable books before.
They're becoming very popular.
Really?
Very popular.
I'm gonna have to get into that.
Me too.
Nicole,
Yes.
do you have any material on Braille?
We do. We have Braille material. Mostly they're in our youth department, but we have both fiction and nonfiction titles, Braille books available.
Interesting.
What types of jobs do volunteers do?
Volunteers provide any various amounts of jobs. David volunteers for us, and David's main job is to take care of discards. And those are books that the library is getting rid of from its collection for any number of reasons. We might have too many copies of a book that is no longer popular, or science books. Science books, their information tends to not be current when new discoveries come out, and so a book might not be the most current, so we weed that out of our collection. So David and another volunteer,
PJ.
they get rid of it. Yep, PJ. They mark those so we can sell them in the book sale, and they mark them so that when somebody buys them, they know that the library no longer owns that book. We have mini branches. They're mostly in senior centers, like nursing home centers, and so the seniors in those centers will help run the library in their community. We have special projects from time again. We have a group of volunteers with disabilities that are cleaning the books in the large print department. So there's various tasks that our volunteers provide for the library.
Why?
Thank you, Aaron. Nicole, what are the guidelines for becoming a volunteer?
Well, the first step is filling out a volunteer application. Everybody that wants to volunteer at the library fills out an application.
Okay.
That lets us know about them, what their abilities are, what they are interested in doing. Now, I wish I could say that the library has an endless amount of volunteer positions available, but that's just not the case. We can only take on so many volunteers at once, based on when somebody's available to work and what jobs we have to do. We can't have an endless amount, but the first step is filling out an application, and then we'll keep that on file, and if a position becomes available, we'll contact that person.
You guys do like a background check on anybody?
No, we don't do background
You
checks on
don't?
our volunteers. No, we do not.
Oh. Thank you. David?
Thank you. Does the library provide volunteer training?
Yes, anybody that volunteers gets the necessary training, whether it's in a department or at one of those mini branches, they will be trained on how to help run that mini branch. Yep, we don't send you out there and say, good luck with that. Yeah, we train you.
Well, that's important.
Yeah, it's very important.
Somebody who doesn't have training to learn.
Yep, everybody needs to learn how to do it properly.
Right? Yep.
Right.
How do people get the news and views?
News and Views, I have one right here. This is our quarterly newsletter. It's mailed to every household in our service area. And the Rochester Hills Public Library service area is the cities of Rochester, Rochester Hills, and Oakland Township. So if you live in one of those communities,
I do.
you get one of these quarterly. And the News and Views has all of our upcoming programs. It has articles about library information. Our director writes an article for every News and Views. And if you don't live in our service area, we have plenty of extra copies available right at the library that somebody could come and get.
Cool. One?
Thank you, Aaron. Nicole, do you help publish the News and Views?
From time to time, I'll help contribute an article, maybe something that has to do with circulation, a circulation policy, or talking about something new in circulation, but I don't actually help publish it. But sometimes my name is in the credits because I put an article in there, yep.
How about the one you made for the people like me and PJ?
Excuse me?
How about the article you wrote about disabilities at me and PJ? That letter.
The letter that I wrote for you.
You
Gonna have to refresh my memory.
about people with disabilities.
And we mentioned that in the News and Views when we were talking about volunteers that we have in different volunteers that we have at the library.
Oh, hello. Tell us about the publication, news and reviews.
Oh, that's the question I just answered, I think, for Ryan.
Yeah, that's good. Actually, right here, there, right here. Do you help produce News and Views? I asked you already. Hi.
It's in mine too. Oh, hello. Does this publication include classes, special ones, like on Facebook?
Well, I don't know we have classes on Facebook, but yes, if we're having a computer class, like from time to time we have computer classes about how to use the internet, and those are all listed in here. All the classes are listed in here. And it tells you whether you have to register for the class, whether it's first come, first serve. It tells you all that information here.
Interesting.
Does the class teach you other things about the computer too, or just that?
We have different types of computer classes depending on requests from our patrons and speakers that we might be able to get in. So our classes vary depending on the need and the requests from the patrons, yes.
Mm-hmm. I mean, if that's what I like, you might have a future student.
He loves technology.
All right. Keep your eyes open for those classes then.
Okay. I have been for years. What do you sell? I'm at your used bookstore. I'm at what price range?
Okay, so the used book sale, we have those quarterly. And like I mentioned, David helps prepare the books that the library is getting rid of, and so those are in the book sale. But we also have patrons come in and they donate their old books that they just don't want anymore, and we put those in the book sale. We have CDs, we have DVDs, we have videos, we have books on cassette. Hardcover books are $1, paperbacks are 50 cents, and then the AV materials range $3 to $15 depending on the quality of it. And some of those books on tape, they might have, or books on CD, 15 or 20 discs. So those run a little bit more than a tape that is only 4 cassettes long. So
Yeah.
Well, you don't go cheap then.
right.
What? Thank you. Nicole, what kinds of programs are scheduled for Sunday afternoons?
We have the Sunday concert series.
We do?
And we do those spring, fall, and winter, and we have different music groups come in. There's 3 per season. Those are free. You don't have to sign up for those. It's first come, first serve, and we usually have about 150 to 170 people attend those Sunday concerts. They are very popular. Very popular.
To whom do you invite to come?
We have many different musicians come. We have simply instrumentals people come in, and maybe they'll play the flute or the violin. We have singers. We have folk groups that come in.
How about Motown?
So we have I don't know if we've had Motown. I'm sure we have. I don't know. It really depends. But our Sundays are very popular, our concerts.
David, go ahead, David.
Thank you. My last question. Please tell us about the Friends of the Rochester Hills Public Library and who can join and why.
All right, well, the Friends of the Library is very important to the Rochester Hills Public Library. They support us financially quite a bit. They run the book sale. They're completely in charge of the book sale. They run the store. We have a little store right inside the library, and they sell household goods, they sell jewelry, they sell stationery, they sell statues, they sell lamps, and all those proceeds go to the library, and they fund quite a few of our programs. In fact, in our news and views, if it was funded by the Friends, there's a little symbol, a little arrow that says Friends, and it's funded completely by them. They also helped us buy our bookmobile. And anybody can become a member of the Friends. They have an annual fee, and if you become a member of the Friends, not only are you helping the library financially, but you get into the book sale the night before it opens up to everybody else. So you get first crack at all the good stuff. And you get a 10% discount in the Friends store. So there's an annual fee, depends on if it's for a family or an individual, but the Friends membership really does come in handy.
That's a deal for
Yeah.
me.
Did you just hear the words 10% discount?
Discount, that's right. You get a discount all year long.
Ooh, I feel lucky now by the minute.
Nicole, that's it. When you have a book sale, I'm going to come to your book
All
sale.
right,
I'm
sounds
coming.
good.
I'll give other DVD updates.
Okay.
Okay. Does the library partner with schools like authors in April?
We do partner with the schools. Rochester Community Schools is a big partner of ours for our Authors in April. That's for kindergarten through 8th grade. And authors come in every April and they go to each of the schools and have some programs there. And then the authors actually come to the library for an autograph session. But we partner with the schools in other ways too. First graders come for a field trip. It's called First Grade, First Card. And we give them a tour of the library and they have a mini story time and we really try to get them involved young. And then the 5th graders come from all the schools to do a research project. So they come in and they research on the computer, they get their books for that. We also have librarians that go right to the schools and hold story times right at the schools too. So we have a long and proud partnership with the schools.
Orion?
Okay, here's the question. Here's the big one. The library departments programs, are these firm for age groups to attend? People can come and attend them?
They pretty much are. And the news and views will tell you what age group the program is designed for. And we really, our librarians take great care in designing programs for age appropriate. So if somebody were older to come to a program that wasn't designed for their age group, they might become easily bored. So we really try to gear it. Our teen programs are just for that teen. So you have to be 13 to attend our teenage programs.
Okay.
But we have programming for all age groups. So everybody will find something to do at the library.
All right.
Tell us about the bookmobile.
The bookmobile.
Yes.
The bookmobile is very popular. I'm sure you've seen it driving down the
I've
street.
seen it at Ruther and
Big old,
one night.
big old
I saw it
bookmobile.
there.
25 stops it makes every week. Goes to 25 different locations every week. The stops lasted about an hour. And the bookmobile has everything that the main library has. It has books and DVDs and books on CD. It has internet access. And we have about 3,000 materials on the bookmobile alone. So it's very, very popular.
Cool.
All right, my question, Nicole, is this. Do you have a success story to tell us?
A success story.
Yes.
Well, I guess my personal success story with the library is that my very first job when I was in high school was a shelver at the Rochester Hills Public Library. We called them pages, and I did that for 2 years. And then I moved on and got other jobs, and I went to college and got married and started a family. And after my second child was born, I decided I wanted to go back to work. So I went back to the library and got hired as a shelver again. And then I slowly made my way up through the ranks, and now I'm the assistant department head of the circulation department. So that's my success story.
David? I think you know what time it is.
I know. I hate to say this, but I've been loves pop. Nicole, pop it. What's your favorite pop?
Oh, yeah, I heard it.
Coca-Cola Classic.
Mine is Diet Mountain Dew and Diet Pepsi Max.
Yes.
Ellen?
I like anything from Mountain Dew, to Whoop to Pepsi, to Coke. Basically, any pop.
You like pop.
Yeah.
Me, I kind of like, for me, I like Diet Coke, after me, Diet Pepsi, and Mountain Dew. I mean, Diet Mountain Dew.
What is your favorite vacation trip?
Vacation trip. My favorite vacation. Any vacation that I take with my family.
Where's your favorite restaurant?
Cruise and Muirs in downtown
Cruise and
Rochester.
You eat.
Love Cruise and Muirs.
Mine
Aaron?
is definitely on the border.
On the border, you like the Mexican food.
Aaron?
What do you like to do on the computer?
On the computer. Well, I have a Facebook, and I like to keep in touch with old classmates that maybe have moved across the country, and Facebook's great for keeping,
Nicole,
up to date with
what
those
is
people.
what is your favorite TV show?
Modern Family.
Mine's
Family?
NCIS.
NCIS. Oh, you like the science stuff.
I do.
How about your favorite cartoon?
Charlie Brown. Hands
Brown.
down.
Charlie
always
Brown?
Charlie Brown Christmas.
That Charlie Brown?
I like Charlie Brown.
My favorite cartoon would be Batman.
Batman.
My favorite would be G.I. Joe and wrestling.
I like this cartoon called Sonic.
Sonic. Okay.
Not the new Sonic, the old Sonic.
The old Sonic.
The new Sonic, I don't like that much.
And Nicole, what is your favorite car?
Favorite car?
Yeah.
What's your classic?
I would have to
old
say
one?
Mustang because that was my first car. Was a Mustang.
That's cool. And favorite hobby?
Favorite hobby. That's a good one. I don't know, to be honest with you.
What is your favorite dish?
My favorite dish. Like
food.
Of food? Pasta.
Wrap it up.
All right, I'll do
Ryan?
both. Thank you, David. Thanks for being our guest today, Nicole. The library is an important part of our city. It helps include special needs folks on all levels. That's great. Is there anything that's great?
Thanks for being on the guest today. My name is Aaron Connie Castle.
Thanks, Nicole, my boss, for coming down today, and DeWitt Taylor. We will watch the community corner. See you all in April. Goodbye, everyone.
Bye, folks. Have a good